tell you what, when it's nice out like this, it is such a great time to ride. The fall, 60 degrees. But there are some times where, in my opinion, you should stay the hell off the bike. Alright, let's start with the first one. Now, this one's kind of on the edge, so I'm going to be careful with this one. But sometimes you may not want to ride your motorcycle at night. That's right. I said it. Let the comments start. And let me clarify, because I do like riding my motorcycle at night sometimes. There's enough lights on this motorcycle and every one that I've had that I can see fine. But if you live in a state like Michigan, I will tell you, and you guys probably already know this, so I'm preaching to the choir, you got to be extra vigilant. People see you less, and at least for here, especially in the spring or in the fall, at sunrise and sunset, and even later than that, there are deer everywhere. And it's never happened to me, though. I had a close call one time on a buck that almost ran into the side of me, believe it or not. Just be careful if you're riding out at night. I'm not one of those people that don't ride at night on purpose, but generally I ride most of the time during the day. Summertime, it doesn't bother me at all. But when it comes to this time of the year, I probably would not take my bike out tonight at 6 o'clock and ride it for a couple hours. I just wouldn't, because I will see a deer. The second thing is, now, here's another one that I'm going to get some feedback on. If the weather's really bad, and I guess it means what's bad, right? I got rain gear, I ride in the rain. But if the storms are going to be really bad, sometimes it's wind that makes it bad. Sometimes it's torrential downpours, and you can stop for a while. And go ahead, say it. Toughen up, dude. Toughen up. I'm at that point in my life that unless I'm going on a trip or I'm meeting the boys, I'll tell you what, if it's going to be a heavy rain or the weather's bad, I'm not going to ride. I'm just not going to ride. I do make a judgment call. And if it gets a little too cold, because I'm just not a heated gear guy. I know I need to get my crap together, but I just can't seem to do it for some reason. I would tell you that I just normally won't ride if the weather is super bad. Number 3. At least with me, and I don't know about you guys, it's just maybe because I'm getting old and grumpy, but when I'm tired, I can be grumpy. Now, believe it, I know it's a surprise. Y'all are sitting back going, no way possible, you're just saying that. You're just trying to be humble, dude. No, really. I could be a really pain in the ass. Trust me, ask my wife. But I have gotten to the point, at least when I'm tired, sometimes I'll say, it's been a long day, I'm just going to go hang out in my office for a little while, watch some TV for half hour, and then I get out of it. I've at least been married long enough to know, don't take my grumpiness out on my wife. I probably do that enough that I shouldn't. But at least hide yourself. And for me, don't ride a motorcycle. I've went on some long trips. It's amazing. I can drive an 8-hour trip in my truck, and after 2 hours of riding, I'll be like, I'm done. I'm tired. I need to take a nap. But I can ride on my motorcycle that long, even though I make stops, and it doesn't seem to bother me. But there are times when I've been riding, especially in the summer, where it's been a little warm, back from a trip with the boys, and not remembering the last 30 miles, and that's bad. I can't believe I just admitted that. Don't ride when you're mad. Don't ride when you're tired, especially when you're tired. When you're mad, I know motorcycle riding helps. You feel better. But you know what? At the end of the day, It's not worth it. You got to be in. You got to be into the road. You got to be into the bike. You got to be one with... Okay, focus, BoDean. Settle down, dude. What's going on? Okay, and the last one. Oh, boy, here we go. I just picked one video to talk about topics that I know people are gonna push back on, which is great. That's the great thing about motorcycles and being adults, that we can actually have conversations about stuff. But don't get me started. The last thing is, and this is just me, I do not drink any alcohol and ride. Have I ever? I may have had one beer twice in my life and ridden the motorcycle. And of course, I shouldn't say of course, you know, I'm a big guy, one beer doesn't have any impairment to me, but it has some. And in my mind, and I know a lot of folks bar hop on their bikes and stuff, and I'm not judging you. If that's what you want to do, you know, I don't want you to hurt somebody else. If you end up hurting yourself, you know, that's on you. But for me, I think if you are impaired in any way, whether it's alcohol or any other thing that you're doing, no judgment here, but I don't think you should really ride your bike. And I got a fifth one now. I just got back from hunting with a buddy, and years and years ago, him and I went out to Vegas. There used to be a firearms training facility called Front Sight out there. They called it something else. It was sold, and we did some training out there. And we met a buddy of his, and I became friends with him, and I haven't really talked to him in years. And I just asked my buddy while we were hunting, I said, just how's Jeff doing? And he was telling me how his 18-year-old son was in a motorcycle accident. He was speeding, somebody turned in front of him, he T-boned him, and you know, broken lungs, broken legs, broken ankle. I think there was an amputation involved. And I said, oh man, that's awful. And he goes, yeah, you know what the worst thing is? He goes, what? He goes, he was late for work. I go, what do you mean? He was late for work. So he decided, instead of getting in his truck, that he would just pop on the bike. 19 years old. He's going to have a prosthetic leg. I need to make sure that I give him a buzz when I get back, because I just learned this 2 nights ago. And man, I'll tell you what, sometimes when things happen to us, it's one thing, or even as our spouse as we get older, but when things happen to your kid, that's just not good. And so I'm going to end this video not on a down note, but saying, if you're in a hurry, take the cage. All right, we are going to enjoy the rest of this day. If there's any other time you think that you shouldn't ride your motorcycle, like it's not in good enough shape to ride it or something, leave it in the comment section so everybody can partake. And please add anything you have. And you know what, folks, I really appreciate you taking 10-15 minutes, however long this video is, just to come ride along with me and listen to this middle-aged dude talking in his helmet. You all be safe. It's scary out here. We'll see you soon. Check on a friend, and talk to you later.
Oh, it's time for me to check on all my friends, like the Wolverines and Lions for the win. This is BoDean by my side. We'll take Harley for a ride. I love you all like I love me.